Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show, and in today's episode, fam, I finally returned with relationship advice. Yeah, I overall was struggling on thinking of a podcast episode to record for today. I'm like, nah, man, like, because I had so many episodes like backed up, and I just had slowed down with it, and I was like, I don't know what happened, so. Anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and get into today's relationship advice story. I clicked on a random story and stuff, just overall, just get the hang of things, and yeah, it seems like it's a pretty lengthy and long story and stuff. So, anyways. It's titled, I, 27-year-old female, left the house in the middle of the night after having a fight with my fiance, 28-year-old male, and I don't want to go back right now, but have no idea what else to do. So here's the thing, like, because I feel like that when bad arguments, because I don't know, man, like, I want to say, like, oh, maybe you married or you're said yes to the wrong person or something. I'm like, I don't want to be, like, negative like that, but at times it's like, are you sure you're marrying the right person? Because if not, like, if you think this is what the marriage is gonna be like, where you're that like upset, yeah, then I think it's best if you either give each other some space, see how you guys feel in the future, and if you guys get back together, then I'm like, okay, then the relationship, like, nah, something is there. But yeah, if you guys don't get back together, then I'm like, okay, well then there you go. But anyway, so like, no, let's go ahead and read this story. So starts off saying, my fiance and I have been together for 5 years, but I've known him for practically my entire life. So okay, so it sounds like that they're, they sound like the type where it's like, nah, even after this, they're gonna most likely get back together. But anyways, yesterday, he wanted to talk to me about what he wanted our marriage to look like. In all of the years I've known him, he has never hurt me the way he hurt me during that conversation. He made our relationship seem so transactional. What? I don't know. But anyways, and like it would only exist at his convenience. To summarize the main points he made, so I guess he went on to say, our relationship would be on his terms and according to his schedule. I wouldn't be allowed to bother him when he's busy, and I couldn't be clean. Oh, break up with him. No, break up with him. A relationship should never have rules with it. You should never look your significant other in the face and be like, oh, so here's how the relationship is going to be. As soon as you hear those words, leave the relationship. Nah, a relationship like that ain't good, and it's only good for one person, and that's that person that's making the rules. Now, I can understand, like, if it's a like faithful thing where you're like, okay, no talking or chop, like none of that, where it's like don't cheat or none of that other extra stuff. And I'm like, okay, but like stuff like don't bother me, if I'm busy. No, bother me if I'm busy. It's like if you, because my thing is this, I don't know. All right, like it's kind of hard to tell a person's like cry for help. So like my thing is this: if I'm in the middle of streaming, she wants to sit next to me and learn about the game that I'm playing, I'm seeing is that she wants to spend time with me. And I'm like, I'm not going to turn her away and be like, I'm busy playing Warzone, leave me alone. I'm like, no, I freaking ain't no 13-year-old kid drinking Mountain Dew. I'm not even going to talk like that to nobody. So I'm like, no, we'll be there the whole stream explaining. She wants to play. I'm like, okay, let's switch seats. I sit in the whatever chair. You can sit in the gaming chair. And I'm like, okay, so it's like this how you play. You press these buttons, you shoot, go open up that chest, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be helping her out, but I'm gonna be there for her because I feel like that's what a supportive significant other should do. So that right there, that first rule, no, I would have, if a girl would have said that to me, I'm like, wait a minute, like there's a freaking, like, what happens when I break these rules? Do I get like a strike or something? Like what kind of relationship is this? Like, what does it turn into a baseball game? So, and then next one, essentially, I'm just a tool to make him look good. Oh, in the relation, how could you have said, nah, there had to have been like, they were cool when they were, because she said she's known them in their entire life, or her entire life. Like, they had to been like cool when they was in school and stuff. And then like she just seen how like bad it was as they got older. That's crazy. And then Then the next one, it said that he would take care of everything financially, but in exchange, I would need to do things for him, playing hostess, volunteering at specific organizations, etc. He wouldn't tolerate me using sex as a bargaining chip while he never outright said it, he strongly implied that if he wanted to have sex, he would expect me to drop everything so he could have what he. Oh, this dude is weird. Oh, this man is like not even a man. Like, nah, this guy is weird, bro. He think he living like a king in some palace or in some freaking like some Egyptian time. I'm like, nah, bro. Like, what are you? Nah, you ain't living life like that. I'm like, this is what the relationship's gonna be like. None of them rules are gonna imply we're gonna be supportive for each other and stuff. And it's like over if it's gonna be over some dumb stuff, yeah, then the relationship ain't gonna work. I'm like, nah, this guy is crazy. So then the last one was after the wedding. I'd be living where he decided, and I would mostly stay with my mother-in-law. Oh no, this dude's weird. Nah, he like unless like the mom is sick or something, then I'm like, oh okay, if you need me to take care of her, yeah, sure, But if like nothing ain't wrong with her, I'm like, is she sick? No, okay, well then she's staying in her own place and I'm staying in my own place. I'm not gonna be sitting there. No, like, kind of relationship is that? So, anyways. Then she goes on to say, by the end of the conversation, I was really angry and I yelled at him and accused him of treating me like some unfeeling robot doll. Told him I wasn't a explicit word. It's bore. But take away the D or the B, put a W there, and then, yeah, so it's an explicit word. I ain't gonna say it, for the kid's sake that's hearing this, but, who would F him whenever he told me to, and I wasn't a sugar baby who would say yes to this type of relationship because he was throwing money at me. He told me it was better he was upfront with his expectations and that I was misunderstanding what he said and it wouldn't be like that. What do you mean? You just gave out rules for a relationship, and it was rules they ain't nobody agreed to, bruh. It's like, when have you ever heard? That's when you gotta ask him. I'm like, when have you ever heard a relationship being like that? I'm like, yeah, you could tell this guy hasn't been in a whole lot of relationships. Like, if he has, I'm like, yeah, you just haven't been in good ones where you gonna be sitting there talking. I could tell, like, nah, everybody broke up with you. Like, it was or if you broke up with them, it's not like they calling you up or missing you. Them people are probably living happily ever after with a significant other. They ain't treating them like, yeah, like treating them like as if they like a tool, pretty much. Pretty much what she's saying. But then after that, she was like, upfront things I had. Oh, wait, so he told me it was better upfront. Misunderstand what he said. So then she was like, things got really heated between us and I was so upset that I would have slapped him if he hadn't caught my wrist. I ended up leaving in the middle of the night because I couldn't sleep as I was still so angry and hurt. I haven't gone back even though he keeps calling me and he's told me he was going to send people to find me if I don't reply to him. Every time I think about the conversation, I just want to cry. I haven't told anyone because I know everyone will tell me I would be stupid to throw this relationship away. No, I know. If somebody would have contacted me and they was like, they was in a relationship like that, I'd tell them to break up with that significant other. I'm like, nah, break up with him or her, because I'm like, that's not a relationship where somebody's having control over you like that. No, this guy's trying to be a controlling husband, and it's like, nah, stuff like that ain't gonna turn out good, because it's gonna get, my thing is this, and I know that this may be a sensitive subject to people, but I'm like, this is exactly what this relationship would be, because I've seen stories about this. He's gonna get to the point where he's being abusive. Like, he's gonna tell you to do something. It ain't even gonna be asked. Like, I had to correct myself from saying he'll ask you to do something. No, he's gonna be telling you, like, no, you need to do this. And as soon as you don't listen, that dude's gonna start abusing you. So I'm like, that relationship, that will not work out for nobody. And I'm like, it's going to either get to a point where you kill him or he kills you. So that's why I'm like, or either you guys have kids and then the kid's going to be involved. I'm like, nah, it's best if you leave that guy. Because I'm like, that guy, he's trying to have a relationship where I'm like, bro, that's not going to work. So Then, so wait, throw this relationship away and would tell me to apologize to him, pretend it never happened, but I can't. I swear, man, like, some of these, like, these stories, because I don't want to say that it's fake, but I'm like, who are you surrounded by? Like, this doesn't even seem real to know that there's people in your life that would tell you to apologize to him. Nah, you gotta cut out all those people. Cut them all out. I'm like, go be a freaking hippie, travel the world, go get you a Volkswagen van, live your life, but do not be around people like that. Or you could just do some normal stuff, whatever. But I'm like, no, do not be around people like that. That's just crazy. So anyways, so tell him apologize to him and pretend it never happened, but I can't. I love him so much, and I would never dream of saying the things he said to me to him, and I'm worried that this is the only type of marriage he would want. I also feel stupid for not realizing it before we got engaged or this far into a relationship. Well, honestly, yeah, he's trying to lure you into a trap, and he thinks like, okay, well, we done made it this far, so I might as well tell her. It's not like it's, we only known each other for a little bit. Like, nah, like, he waited, he waited until the perfect opportunity to do this, and that's why he's overall telling you all of this stuff. So then she says, I don't know if I should go back, but I feel like I have to. Any advice for an idiot who feels like her life is slowly collapsing right now? No, I'm gonna write out some stuff. It's like, me personally, I wouldn't go back to the guy because he's trying to be controlling and he's trying to make you out as somebody you don't want to. I swear, man, I don't know why I be messing up on words. To be. Eventually, it's going to get to a point where he gets too controlling and he might put his hands on you. I don't know you, but I don't want that relationship for you because that's not a good relationship. No, it's not, because I'm like, bruh, I'm like, nah, man. Somebody like me, I'm like, I definitely would have just, if a girl would have said that to me, I probably would have laughed in her face and been like, all right, well, I'm going out to go buy me some shoes. You could come up with another relationship because that ain't gonna work for me. So, but I don't know you. I don't want that relationship to happen. That's not a good relationship. Talk to him. Communication is key, but if he doesn't see things from your point of view, and I'm talking on how hurt you are, if he doesn't see that, the relationship ain't for you. Comment, send, cause I'm like, relationship like that, I'm like, I know. So here's my thing. Did I say it was all like they were gonna be abusive? That was like put hands on you. Okay, I did say that. I was like, no, because I need to make sure I had added that part, because no, it's like I'm saying I've seen like movies, and I'm like, and that's the thing where like a lot of people think, if it's like Spider-Man, of course, okay, it's some fictional movie, but I've seen like fictional movies about like bad relationships and stuff. Wasn't there a movie that Julia Roberts did, and the guy was like mad abusive to her and stuff, and I'm like, fam, like people think because like if it's fictional, it's not like, yeah, it's not real, but I'm like, it obviously came from somewhere. It obviously, like, that movie ain't just, like a writer decided, let me just write a movie about a girl just getting dogged out throughout the whole movie, and she ends up having to kill the guy at the... So, yeah, that is probably, like, somewhat fictional, but I'm saying that type of stuff, no, that be happening to people, man, where they be in relationships, and it's like, bruh, that's not healthy. That's not healthy at all. Like, no, you need to get out. Like, get out of that relationship now, because, it's stuff like that. That's all it's just going to do is put her in a situation where she is losing her mind, okay? So, yeah, to anybody out there in a controlling relationship, please leave. Like, not even trying to hear like, oh, if it's gonna be, no, leave, okay? Leave, get as far away as you possibly can, live with people, do whatever you need to do, but do not be in an abusive relationship, all right? So, anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe ever it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 43 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss and then knock $20 off of your first purchase. And then that being said, once again, leave abusive or controlling relationships. Be safe, all right? Stay well, and yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.